Hey, hi there. Welcome to the Dr. Randall channel. I'm Dr. Randall Nozawa, and this is Transforming Adversity into Opportunity. We're starting our biography series, and this is on me, because I wanted all of you to find out more about me and what's behind my books, my programs, and my seminars. I want to take you all the way back to when I was a kid to where I am now. Before I start, this is what I look like. That's right, I don't have any eyeballs. And you think, wow, how can a guy without eyeballs become a doctor? Well, I'll let you know. But we're going to start off when I was a kid and, let you know who I am. What happened, how I grew up, and what made me think and feel the way that I think and feel. Oh, but, okay. Now, without these, I still feel naked. So I'm going to put these back on. I was born and raised in Honolulu, Hawaii, born in Queens Hospital. My birth parents, they were Ruby Nozawa and James Izuka. And I was the youngest of 5 children. My brothers, Dean and Terrence, and my sisters were Sharon and Colleen. Anyway, I don't quite know how this happened, but maybe it was babysitting issues and all that, but it was decided that to give me up for adoption. So I was given to this couple, George and Margaret. The odd thing is, this was in the family adoption. So George was my birth mother's brother. So George was Ruby's brother. Okay, so oddly, if you can keep up with this, is that now my brothers became cousins, and my birth parents, James and Ruby, became, instead of mom and dad, they became aunt and uncle. Now, this new couple, George and Margaret, they are now my parents, so I call them Dad and Mom. I was told by Margaret never to mention this. I don't know why to this day, and I never asked. So I just kind of went along with it, kept a secret, and grew up as an only child with George and Margaret as my parents. I was put in an educational oriented daycare when I was 4 and 5, which really stressed academics. So we learned quite a bit to do math, do science, do reading, and just that's the way it went. We just expected it. When I hit the first grade at Manoa Elementary School, I had the mentality of a 3rd grader, and all my standardized test scores then till the 6th grade were always in the 98 and 99 percentile. And 99 is the highest score you can ever get. So, I did pretty well. I also found out that I could run really fast. And this was a distinguishing thing for me because it gave me notoriety of some small sort. So, in elementary school, I did very well in school, and I could run really fast. So what does this mean? Nothing yet. Nothing yet. So I progressed through the grades, and these were the 2 things I could do really well. And as an only child, with my new parents, George and Margaret, I had to entertain myself. So we lived on a property we owned our own house, or my dad George owned this house, very small house, 600 square feet, but all our own, nicely manicured and everything. The property sloping down to a stream, and to get down there, the grass was high, the very high ferns, the brush was high. And so as a little kid, it was hard to walk down there, but I did because I had to entertain myself, and I liked the silence. I liked being alone. I liked being in nature, and walking the stream as close to Well, to into the mountain area where you could actually possibly walk, where you couldn't walk anymore. So this is what I did all day, and get lost. And my mom Margaret did not care. She always knew that I would return home eventually for dinner, and I did. So this is how I grew up. I got used to being by myself, doing a lot of thinking by myself, being in nature, talking to nature, and being alone and liking it. So this is where I started. Okay, and next thing that I can remember that's very a big part of my life is playing Pop Warner football, and this was when I was 13, and in the 8th grade. What I found there is that I told you I could run fast, and I did. Led the league in rushing, led the league in receiving, and I found out that I really loved playing football. What was auspicious about this was that my head coach, Harold Hahn, got me a scholarship to the most prestigious high school in Hawaii. This was called Iolani High School, and it was an academic school, but I got a scholarship for athletics. So I got in, and that changed my life forever, and thank you, Mr. Hahn. I'll tell you more about my high school years later, but great experiences. And back then, Iolani was a private all-boys school. Now, they, let the girls in. Darn, didn't quite work out that back then. But going to Iolani helped me go to college, and going to college changed my life forever. And we'll talk about that next time. But at Iolani, I played 3 sports: football, soccer, and I ran track. I learned how to be a good teammate. I learned how to do assignments. I learned preparation. I learned concentration, and that one team concept that Iolani taught. In other words, team before self. And you sacrifice for the team, and it's not all about you. So that's where I'm starting, and we'll close this section off right here. I'm Dr. Randall Nozawa. And as we say here at Transforming Adversity into Opportunity, you have to believe it first before you can see it. Here's your double point and the shaka. See you next time.